All right, welcome to the latest edition of the Inside Lacrosse Google Plus Hangout. We are live via video conference with the Drexel Dragons from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. One of the hottest teams in the country, coming off their upset of Penn on Sunday and heading into the NCAA quarterfinal Sunday at Delaware, going against Denver in the second game of the afternoon. We'll introduce the guys left to right: Ryan Belka, Nick Saputo, Ben McIntosh, and Nick Trizano. Sorry. Say hello, guys. How we doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us. Busy week, I know, and a rarity this time of year for NCAA lacrosse. You guys are still in school for another couple weeks, but we appreciate the time and wanted to kind of catch up. Coming off the Penn game, let's kind of start there. What are kind of the feelings coming out of that one? A huge upset, your first NCAA game. You guys upset your crosstown rivals. In an amazing game in front of a great crowd. What just was kind of the feeling coming out of that one on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, emotions are definitely high, and everyone's kind of up on cloud nine right now, and it was great. We had a lot of fans there, we had a lot of alumni, and it was a great atmosphere. It was a great experience, and come Monday, we're right back to work.
Yeah, having it so close, we could have as many fans as our school could put. So. It was a great atmosphere, like Ben was saying, and having that crosstown rivalry was great.
Have you guys ever experienced? I mean, I was watching the game on TV. I wasn't there in person, but the goal late in the first quarter, but then the ones to end it in the second quarter. Have you guys ever kind of experienced a flash like that? And what was what was working so well there?
Well, for me, I saw the opportunity. And I mean, giving our team that momentum was great. In college, I haven't done that before or necessarily seen it, but I mean, if the opportunity's there, I'm going to take it, and so is any other Fogo.
I mean, he kind of just went into beast mode, so I don't really know what happened.
I've never seen it because I didn't know Saputo could shoot like that, to be honest with you.
Well, you had 3 goals on the year, and then you had 3 in the first half. I mean, that's a pretty insane turnaround there.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, like I said, the opportunity was there, and for me to be able to give the team the momentum from that was great. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, what kind of a jolt did that give you guys? What was the attitude like at halftime? You guys came out and scored, I think, 4 in a row in the third quarter, and just kind of took the game over after that. What was the attitude like in the locker room at halftime?
Yeah, we were definitely pretty pumped up going into the locker room. At the same time, we realized we made a couple mistakes, giving them a couple easy goals in transition, and one when we were actually man up. So we talked about rushing that up, we got the jitters out in the first half a little bit, and it was just from there on, kept it going.
I think anytime you can score late in a quarter, late in a half, you're going to come out with lots of energy and lots of excitement. So I think that the last minute can always be really important. I think Nick did a great job, especially against Penn, giving us that momentum.
Yeah, for us to, Jules scoring with that amount of time left, have the sense of how much time is left, and to go to the goal and to have our offensive guys be aware of that, it's also great.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are have kind of focused a little bit on fourth quarters, especially this year, and kind of finishing games. I think you outscored teams 54-43 in the fourth quarter. What's been the difference there this year, and what's worked so well for you guys?
I mean, it's always been something that we kind of focused on. The fourth quarter is where the games are won always, and just pushing as hard as you can in the fourth quarter and try to close games out is our big thing.
Fortunately, we've kind of found ourselves trailing in the fourth quarter a bit, so we have to make it our best quarter to get a win, too.
That too.
Yeah, so kind of, I mean, you guys are on a nice run right now, 8 or 9 in a row, I think, since that Hofstra game, the first Hofstra game, and maybe going back to Bryant, 12-6, it was a pretty lopsided result for you guys. What's different? I mean, what's changed since kind of the halfway point in the season? Since that point when you haven't lost, obviously, since something's working out pretty well for you guys.
I mean, I don't think anything's really changed physically. Just mentally, we're working with each other and playing well, and just kind of in a groove, and we're finding ways to win. I mean, that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, guys are getting closer and closer as the season goes on, and picking each other up and pushing each other. I think it's been huge. Practices have been better and better as we go on this win streak, and just feeling good right now. It's at the top of our game. It's the right time to be.
Nice. Well, yeah, you guys are playing well. Definitely a fun team to watch, and congrats on all the success. So a reminder to our fans out there, you can ask questions on the IL Hangout hashtag, and you can also ask questions in the app. They're piling up in the app here. I will get to them in a second. There's some very important questions, some pressing ones that I do want to get to. So thank you so far. But first off, let's look ahead a little bit to Denver and the matchup that you guys are going to have on Sunday down in Delaware, live on ESPNU at noon and 2:30, and also on InsideLacrosse.com. But what's been kind of the thought process and the talking this week in terms of what you're going to look for on Sunday?
We understand that their offense, they have the best offense in the country. So offensively, we're focusing on possessing the ball, having good possessions, and not giving them the ball back as quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to respect them just like respect any other opponent. But when it comes down to it, it's another game, and we're going to go our hardest and play to win.
Gotcha. And Ben, how well do you know Wesley from back in Coquitlam? What's that relationship like?
I played with Wesley I played with him on the Coquitlam Junior A Adnax. We played, we had 3 seasons together. We won a championship together. So he's definitely, he's a good friend of mine. He's a great player. I love playing with him, and I don't know how good of friends we're going to be when we're on the field, but he's a great guy, and I respect him, and I know he's a fantastic player.
You guys talked at all this week?
Not yet, no.
Gotcha. You going to keep it that way, or?
I don't know. I mean, I might shoot him a text or something eventually.
Gotcha. Do you, for the other guys, I mean, there's a lot of Canadians. You guys have a really diverse roster, but a lot of Canadians on there. Any good Canadian lingo, jargon that you've picked up from these guys?
Oh, what you talking about, eh?
I don't really know. A couple random stuff. I don't know. They call shirts tarps.
Tarps.
Milk bags.
Milk bags.
No, milk bag.
They have milk bags.
Yes, that's right. Bags of milk.
Yeah, they got bodies like them, too.
Nice. Well, I'm always fascinated by Canadian jargon. Tarps is a new one for me. I'm excited about picking that one up. Well, there's a lot of questions about shampoo here, Nick Saputo. So you got to answer what kind of shampoo you're using.
What kind of shampoo? I use Suave.
Yeah? Wow. All right. Any secrets to maintaining that magical look?
Secrets? Not much. Don't do anything special.
Gotcha. How long has that been?
2 years.
Wow. Since a haircut at all?
Yeah.
Impressive. Nice. I don't even know where to go from there. That's really that's impressive. Well, Nick Trizano, why don't you tell us? We all saw the pink suit on the Nick and Ryan, both suits on the broadcast on ESPNU. They're nice enough to show that off for you guys. Why don't you tell everybody the story behind how you acquired such fine garments and what the plan is for those items?
Yeah, well, it's definitely a privilege to call me the best dressed on the team. I don't know if that's true, but I'll take it. I'll take any compliment I can get. When we were down in High Point, me and Belka took a walk through the mall across the street, and it was actually closed down. So actually, maybe 1 in every 6 stores was actually open. The rest were closed with like garbage bags over the doors and stuff. And we found the racks outside the suit store. Right? So they had some very colorful suits, a couple pink, maroon. They actually had a couple denim suits that I was thinking about looking at, but the funds were running a little low. And ended up getting this pink 3-piece suit. It had a nice stain on the backside that you couldn't see in the picture, and getting me a little discount. Got a pretty decent discount on the hat, so it was a pretty good experience. My man Belka got a blue suit, definitely not as good as pink, but it looked good.
Nice. Well, they look great. Now, were the prices the same, or what was the discount on pink versus blue there?
I think they were about the same, about $90 for the suit, 3-piecers, and then because of stain, I got a $50 hat for $10, so it ended up working out pretty well.
Nice. Well, you guys look fantastic. So now, big question is, you guys win on Sunday, make the Final Four. Are we going to see that suit coming off the coming into the stadium at M&T Bank, or what?
Make it to the Final Four. I don't think there's going to be a lot of time that I don't have that suit on. I'll wear that anyway. Keep
Gotcha.
that going.
Well, that's a guarantee, folks. Like what I'm hearing. That's good stuff. Well, awesome. Let's kind of look at some of these other questions here. Best nickname on the team from looks like an alum, Chris Walsh. Any good nicknames?
Ooh, I think for Cole Schaefer, we've been calling him Barnesy, and I don't really know where it came from, but I don't know if it's appropriate, but call him Barnesy.
Barnesy.
Couple names, with stories behind them that we're not going to share. But Barnesy's definitely a good one.
One of our attackmen we call Jared Boudreaux, Booty Doo, or Shampoo Dude. He earned that nickname. What else we got?
It's hard to take a rap food.
That's
really it.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, good stuff. Well, let's get back on the field a little bit. Tell us about that Hofstra, the CAA championship game. You guys win in 3 overtimes. You come back, score the last 4 goals of the game, 3 in regulation, then the OT game winner. What was kind of that's your season right there, right? I mean, that's getting into the playoffs. Tell us about that and kind of what was how that transpired.
I mean, anytime you're playing games that are that close, it's so exciting. You're such a high playing, and every goal means so much. And we were fortunate enough to be on the winning side of both of those games, and kind of took that momentum and we rode that into the playoffs, the first round, and it's huge. Anytime you can be a team on the winning side of an overtime game, it's great.
I mean, that was our second overtime game in a row, and like you said, we outscored teams in the fourth quarter, and we pick it up at the right time. I mean, we'd rather not be in that hole, but playing an overtime like that in a championship game is like no other, and to come out with the win was amazing. And that, like you said, gave us the momentum, and we're trying to carry that on as long as we can.
I mean, was there a focus coming? Was there obviously, again, not having played in a playoff game, NCAA game before. What was kind of the message from Coach Volker last week in terms of, was there any adjustments? Were you nervous at all about a difference in level or an amplitude of environment? You said it was maybe one of the biggest crowds you guys have played against in front of. Was there kind of a different mindset at all that you guys came into that game, or did you kind of just try to treat it like any other?
Nothing really different. We treated it as a normal week of practice. Did our usual things. Coach kind of explained to us, like, we'd never been here before, so we're almost playing with house money. There's no reason to be nervous or anything like that. So we just kind of took our usual steps and kind of just played. So.
Gotcha. So now you guys are still in class, and tell us about the junior class. I know you guys are working, Nick. You just got out of work and putting in 40 hours a week as a regular hump like the rest of us. That's tough. I mean, the rest of these guys, everyone else in the playoffs is pro lacrosse player at this point. But what's kind of that junior job set up, and how difficult is that juggling a 40-hour a week job with however many hour a week athlete job that you have?
Yeah, I mean, it turns out to be a lot. It's a lot different than, I guess, other schools most kids are done right now. Going straight from practice to work, I usually get to work around 11, come back, I leave around 7, so I get my 8 hours in. Today, fortunately, I got the pass to leave early for this, but it definitely comes out to be a lot. Handling it, I actually had to do it last year as well. Guys can do it sophomore year and junior year, so this is my second year doing it. Didn't make the tournament last year, but I'm pretty much used to it by now, and the other guys on the team will tell you the same thing. It's a long day, but you get back, you get a good night's sleep in the morning, wake up for practice, and you're ready to go.
Nice. So it's spring semester. It's got to be spring, or can it be in the fall, or is it all year?
For us, it has to be spring summer because it overlaps the season about a month and a half. So I stopped school about a month and a half ago and started working full time. I think other sports do fall winter, but for us, since our season is in the spring, that's when our cycle starts.
Gotcha. Well, it sounds interesting. I'm glad that this huge big time live TV gig got you out of that. You can thank me later. Well, for you guys, I mean, maybe just talk about the season that Ben's had from the midfield perspective. Scoring 46 goals and 62 points is pretty amazing from the midfield from any position, but from the midfield especially. Like, what kind of he's brought to you guys offensively this year, and how big that's been for the entire offense that has really kind of taken a next step this year. I think you guys are top 15 in the country. What's been clicking so well?
Oh yeah, he's an unbelievable player, and just been a privilege to play with him. Shoots the hell out of the ball, can crush the ball from outside, and he's great inside. He got great hands, so just makes it easier on all of us to throw the ball into him with confidence.
Gotcha. Ben, anything from your perspective that you've seen offensively for you guys this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think not everyone's going to have their day, and if I'm not scoring or if Nick's not scoring, then we'll have Ryan and Cole scoring, and if none of us are scoring, I guess we'll have Saputo scoring for us too. I think we have a good balance, and I think that it's tough for teams. We're a tough matchup because we have so many guys that can put the ball in the net, and they can't just focus on one or two guys. They got to watch 6.
Gotcha. Well, on that topic, an important question, a well-worded question from Carl Ray. Triz, are you hunting for goals in that camo?
Maybe I'll do a little disappearing act and just appear right in front of the net.
Nice. Well, it looks good. Definitely looks good. And then we've had a couple, as stereotypical as this is, I got to ask the question. On the topic of cheesesteaks, who likes what spot? Also from Carl Ray this time. Well, we can go down the line if you guys want to give us some insight.
Me and Ryan Belka kind of take ourselves as cheesesteak connoisseurs.
All right.
Tried everywhere in Philly. We have a list that we've made that's pretty similar. We'd have to go Sonny's down on 2nd and Market Street is number 1. Then Phillips, number 2, we'd agree. And then a little controversy, number 3, we think Tony Luke's. But other people beg to differ. We are called tourists for that sometimes. But I like Tony Luke's. And then Pat's would be after number 4. That's probably our top 4 right there.
Gino's isn't on the list.
No, is Gino's 5 or not even close?
I think Gino's at maybe like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Gino's makes my list.
Steve's is on there.
You guys.
My palate well informed in cheesesteaks.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I know all our fans will be in Philadelphia next year for the Final Four. We'll put those on the list. Now, what about the roast pork sandwich? I am very partial to the roast pork over cheesesteak. Where do you guys? Where does that fall in the palate?
I would suggest Nick's in Reading Terminal.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's got a nice roast pork there.
And then we've also heard Nick's roast. Is it Nick's roast pork or John's roast pork? That's supposed to have a good cheesesteak as well. I never got a chance to get over there, but that's definitely on the list.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you guys are you're heading down again Sunday. Drexel plays Delaware at 2:30 in the second quarterfinal from University of Delaware. Live on ESPNU and on InsideLacrosse.com, we'll have live coverage. I'm looking forward to that game. What's on tap for the rest of the week for you guys? You got Friday, then you said you'll head down Saturday for the game, but what's on tap for Friday?
I mean, we'll have our team dinner as we always do. Both of your questions are from alumni. You know, we have a really strong alumni. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them show up, say something to us at the dinner. A couple more practices. I mean, I know at least for me, I look at it like it's a Wednesday practice today, even though it's a Thursday because I'm used to playing on Saturdays. My week's kind of messed up with a Sunday, but Sunday games have been working out so far. But as far as anything changing, not much. I mean, we're going to go into it just like we went to the last game, play as hard as we can, and hopefully come out with a victory.
Nick's a working man, so he's got to go to work on Friday. Friday, I got no classes as a senior, so I may go to Dave & Buster's, buy a few tickets or tokens over there, play a few games, and maybe go see Godzilla in IMAX. My schedule's really open on Fridays.
Busy day. What are your games of choice at Dave & Buster's?
Ooh, I don't know. I kind of like a kid in the candy shop. I could play them all.
Nice. Well, yeah, we have gotten a couple video game questions, so we might as well, since we're on the topic. Who is the best FIFA player on the team?
Ooh, that's
I think I might claim that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any arguments?
I mean, I'm not a big FIFA
I'm not
guy,
a FIFA guy.
Okay.
but I know Belka plays a lot. A couple of the older guys used to play. I graduated. I think they give him a run for his money. But
I haven't played the new one, the older one, like 2012, I think. I think I'm pretty stout.
Good avoid asking video game questions because Belka's going to try to claim all of them anyway.
Self-proclaimed king of all video games.
Gotcha. So that would apply to Super Smash Brothers too, from Chris Walsh.
Okay, now that's me. That's my game.
That's our house game right there.
I'm a lot better at the N64 than the Xbox.
Gotcha.
He's definitely the go-to guy though, for sure.
So who's in the house?
Belka and Saputo live in different houses than me and Ben. In our house, we got 9 guys. So me,
Wow.
Ben, Tyler Houchins, Devin Thomas, Matt Clark, Paul Harrison, and Dan Rogers, and Jason Clemmer. Without our other captain.
That's a meaty house. Who's the worst roommate who's the worst housemate?
Matt Clark.
He was actually just in the room and he left. Matt Clark. We've got to tell you about one of the nicknames. He's actually the Yit King. The room has a little bit of a musk in it, and we just call it Yit. So he's definitely he's a roommate.
Nice. That's that must be good. Well, let me see what else. We got a bunch more questions that have come in. Let me see what I can do here to do these justice. There's a lot of them, many of which I don't understand. Well, why don't we? Maybe we'll leave these on the side here.
Some nice questions coming in, huh?
Yeah. Who eats the most protein? That's always a good question.
Clark.
Kevin Dart.
Dart.
That's either going to go to my man Belka or Matt Clark. They both just left the weight room. I mean, I think they funnel protein shakes, so I don't know.
What about that?
I think their diet consists of protein shakes and cheesesteaks, so as much protein as they can get.
Oh, it's a good post-workout. You know, you got your carbs and protein in that, and a cheesesteak. You're good. Yeah, there was rumors, Ryan Belka, that you were going to show up either shirtless, sleeveless, doing a couple extra push-ups.
Unfortunately not.
No? All right. Well, it was, you know, the fans were excited about it.
Expecting any women to be watching the show, so.
Yeah.
Our female viewership's high on these things, man. You I thought you guys were going to drive up the ratings. We'll have to see how the analytics come back. But from guys with fair amount of background here, in talking about coming up through the ranks and kind of what your keys were lacrosse-wise, kids watching you guys playing out there and maybe trying to aspire to your level, Division I, NCAA quarterfinal level. Any keys that really were big for you guys in getting better and kind of getting to this level that you kind of impart to some of the younger guys out there?
I mean, for me, it's just I think you just gotta play a lot. Go out there and play on different teams, play in the summer. Just have fun with it. Always enjoy it and play as much as you can. That's the best advice I can give.
I mean, for me, growing up, I played offense. I played midfield. I played attack. And in college, I'm more specialized at facing off. I guess entirely specialized facing off. Did a lot of individual training. I'm sure most I trained with Matt Schomburg, trained with Charlie Raffa, Fowler. I went against some great guys growing up, all from Long Island, and coming out of that group for me has been huge to be able to get me where the level I am now.
Gotcha. Yeah, Coach Volker talked to, I think, one of our guys, Matt Kinnear, this week, and he was talking about you, Nick Saputo, and said that you have a screw loose. and then that's part of the key to any good face-off guy. I mean, how do you respond to that, and how do the rest of you guys respond to that?
I think, like you said, I think a lot of face-off guys are a little different. Goalies are a little different. As far as the screw loose, at times I get pretty pumped up. But
I mean, I'm never on the wings of face-off because I'm down on the attack side, but I've heard stories of guys coming off the field afraid to not get the ball in the wing, like they miss a ground ball or something. Saputo may rip his head off, so definitely some fear in the guys on the wings there.
Yeah, no, I'm actually, I have the privilege of being on the wing every once in a while, and you definitely work hard when Saputo's out there. You don't want to get ripped apart by him. I don't really, I almost fear for the refs' lives if they're calling penalties against him or calling starts against him, because things he says when he comes off the field are R-rated, that's for sure.
Any highlights stand out that you can share? Any good lines?
Yeah.
Death threats, that's all I can say.
Well, the refs should be in for a lot tomorrow with you guys in Denver. I'm sure they'll get an earful from both sides. Yeah, who are any good smack talkers on the team? Any good real vocal guys out there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody individually. I know for me, I'm pretty quiet unless someone says something to me. I think most of the guys on our team are like that. Maybe a couple of the D guys, but I don't think we're known as a team that's really gonna talk your ear off and start getting you going.
Well, I mean, yeah. What's kind of then? What do you want to leave? How do you want to leave people thinking about Drexel after this year? I mean, obviously, again, first NCAA game. You guys have been so close over the last couple of years, but a lot of talent on this squad, and it seems like a lot of potential, a lot of momentum. What do you want to kind of leave the lacrosse fans with? When you guys are done playing this season?
I mean, we've had a pretty strong alumni, and they're all still really involved with the program, and I know they're all watching. But just like to thank all those guys for just kind of laying the foundation for what we're doing now. And I mean, me and Ben are graduating, so we're going to join that alumni. But hopefully these guys just keep it going, hopefully keep getting the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, you kind of just hope that what we're doing is going to inspire kids and want kids to come to Drexel and kind of get Drexel on the map, and you want to make a name for the program. That's kind of what we're hoping for.
Gotcha. Well, a late question coming in from former MLL MVP Kevin Crowley. Is 3500 Ham the best place to be post-game Sunday night?
I was actually Crowley was talking to me on the weekend, seeing what was going on last Sunday. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anywhere where we were really going. We were taking it easy, so. But we'll let them know.
All right. Well,
500 just got a new renovation in the backyard. The backyard's all paved and ready to go for the playoffs. So may have to shoot Crowley a text and have him come over after the Wings game.
Nice. I'm sure he's been a good addition to the Philadelphia lacrosse community since he's been in town.
Absolutely.
Well, great guys. We really appreciate it. Anything else that you want to add before we leave you?
No, just thanks for having us. It's been awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Congrats on a great run so far. Again, the Drexel Dragons playing Sunday at 2:30 against Denver, live on ESPNU and InsideLacrosse.com as well. 13-4, 9 straight wins. A big upset over Penn on Sunday. Congrats again, guys, and best of luck this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you so much.